Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you, as an INFP, are sabotaging your dreams of having a big impact on the world. And this is largely from my own experience, but I think that it'll be very helpful to you and anybody else that's listening. Even if you're not an INFP, I still think this is something that we can all relate to, right? No matter what your type is. But gotta specify that this is mainly for an INFP because it's coming from an INFP's perspective, all right? So first of all, in general, NFs want to have an impact on people because it's people feeling connected with ideas and possibilities. So you get kind of caught up in this dreamy world of how can I live this idealized life and how can I impact other people and help them out. As an INFP, we are massively focused on the introverted feeling function. That's our dominant function. That's our leader, our hero, whatever you want to call it. And it's like always trying to dig into the real deepest core of the human experience. And it's always questioning our motives, our own motives, and other people's motives, and trying to understand the identity that is behind those motives. Does that make sense? So any action that we take or that somebody else takes, we're always thinking about well, how does that reflect as a human being, right? How does that reflect the soul of this person and what they're trying to do? And so, you would imagine that if you spend so much time thinking about that, then you're going to try to bring that out in other people and get other people to really think about their actions and think about what they're doing on this deeper level. I understand you want to make a huge impact on the world, and I don't necessarily mean the entire world, although it could be, but it's our world, the people around us that we care about, the relationships that we have with our friends, family, partner, whatever it is. You don't want to wake up 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now alone in this tiny little apartment, having nobody with you, never having made an impact on the world, or even on your deathbed. Oh God, if you just woke up there and you're like, I've wasted my entire life, it would be awful. You want to wake up and feel motivated, energized, and actually know that you're impacting people in a very good, caring, supportive way. Hopefully. I'm assuming we're all good people. I like to assume that, right? Even though I know some people are not. Let's talk about SI and NE. For an INFP, this is our tertiary and auxiliary function. Okay? So SI has this kind of childlike, noobish, rookie energy. It always is kind of afraid. It's looking up to authority, wants to be kind of taught what to do and held and comforted. And for us, this is that sinking into this slow tar. It just pulls us in, and it's kind of warm, so you step in first, you're like, oh, this is kind of nice, I kind of like this, and then eventually you just realize that you're buried neck deep in routine, in comfort, and you're just kind of sleepy and scared of trying new things. And so in order to combat that, you need to go towards NE. SI can be good, all the functions can be good within us, right? But NE is going to help you fight that comfort. It's going to give you the motivation to experience new things, look for new opportunities, be happy, and kind of just eat life, take in life, right? And then within you can digest it and you can turn it into nutrition, right? To fuel your FI. In the intuitive world, it's just air. It's misty. It's floating around. It's like a cloud or dust or whatever you want to think of. And you need to solidify it and condense it into something that is usable. A little ball, a little globe, a gem, or something like that. The way to do that is to just get lots and lots of XP. Just get lots of experience. Go out there and constantly quest and slay the boars and stuff like that over and over and over and over again. And doing that enough is going to open up these other opportunities. It's kind of like chain quests. You start with this little basic quest, go outside, talk to somebody you don't know. Opening a new book, starting a new hobby, going to a new place, trying a different food from the menu, whatever it is, you really don't know how that's going to change your life. It's so hidden until it actually emerges out. And it's amazing. You do that enough and it's going to unlock like a bar, right, of XP filling up. It's going to unlock the next stage, which is these tons of different opportunities that could come up, right? Just from having talked to this one person, you don't know what's going to happen. But that might end up being the love of your life. That might end up being somebody who you just passingly impact in a way that gets them to think about their lives and change the way that they're approaching things for the better, hopefully. And so it's just constantly going out there, throwing yourself out there in order to open up these doors of new opportunities, these new quests, and see where things go and just kind of live through that. As you've probably already guessed, it's a matter of just making yourself super uncomfortable. Getting out of your comfort zone, like stepping out of that muck and just going somewhere else and experiencing life. And really assessing and judging things on a deeper level, in a wider level, a wider base. Because if you're just stuck in your house, if you're just assessing your own mucky situation forever, and you're like, well, yeah, so this is bad, and that's bad, and that's bad, and you're not actually moving out and exploring the world, then you're not going to have enough experience. You're not going to have enough data points to really understand things and make decisions and stop being so indecisive about things. Go make yourself super uncomfortable. Get out of yourself. Just go. Just do something. Go talk to somebody else. Create these videos that make you feel really awkward, but it's something that you just continue to do because you realize that it helps people. Do whatever you got to do to just break out of your comfort zone a bit. One thing that I did is I used to go to the club like twice a week, maybe a little more sometimes. Sometimes by myself. Intentionally by myself, just to make things really strange and awkward. And it gave me a lot of time to observe people and watch how they're interacting, as well as it, I had to talk to people sometimes, because if I didn't, I would just get super drunk by myself in a corner, right? So sometimes it pushes you out of your comfort zone by setting up that inevitable zone, right? Like if you go there, you're gonna have to do something. So go there. That makes sense? Coming to Japan. I didn't know anything about Japan. I honestly didn't really care about Japan. I wanted to go to Spain. I studied Spanish. But me coming to Japan it completely crumbled the walls of comfort, and I had to relearn how to interact and talk to people, and it gave me a lot of different experiences that completely changed my life. I'm not saying you got to go to another country, but you see what I mean, right? Stepping out, expanding is super key to really understanding yourself. Another tandem that we should talk about is FI and TE. This is the dominant function, introverted feeling, TE, extroverted thinking. This is that push and pull between like who I am as a person and that otherness within us that we also kind of, we aspire to embrace, to bring into the ego team and make us a strong whole individual, but we also fight it because it's so different. It just feels strange. And so FI is going to give us this desire to maintain peace because we want to feel peaceful within us. We want to be able to act in accordance to how we identify ourselves and our soul, right? And we assume that everybody else should have that same luxury as long as they're not hurting other people. And then TE is like, let's organize the world logically, objectively, and kind of maintain all these resources and put them into the right place that we can get stuff done efficiently. Let's be the efficient commander, as I like to call it. It's going to cause a lot of problems. And I feel that TE a lot of times comes out as anger. This could be more related to INFP 9s in the Enneagram, but we need to actually be okay with that anger. And just know that we are angry because it's stepping on some deep held value, or we're projecting on somebody else. And so we get angry because that's the quickest way to attack a situation, is to light it on fire and start swinging at it, right? And so it's important that we just kind of embrace TE. And one way of doing that is learning organizational skills, productivity skills, studying how to be productive is a huge key that I think a lot of INFPs miss. And it's something I missed for 30 years. Almost. So that's a problem. Anyway, so TE is about regulating and planning and then eventually enforcing different standards and goals and things like that, and approaches, logical approaches to the world. We really do have this good sense of what it is like to be a good person and to live as a good person that is caring and respecting and empathetic with everybody else on this super deep level, because we feel how they feel. We put ourselves into their position, into their shoes. And through embracing this planning and objective, logically organizing side of ourselves that we naturally kind of fight with, through doing that, we are able to enforce our values, which hopefully are good. Does that make sense? Because it's kind of like this ball of gumbo that we need to put together to get working at the same time. But we have the FI goodness. You're probably not going to wake up someday and be like, man, I'm a shitty person. Just realize that, like it might happen every once in a while, but you spend a lot of time thinking about how other people feel. Okay. So using that and making plans around how to organize your life and your dreams a bit more so that you're able to share those values, express those values with other people is a huge key. Learning to express your opinions and your values is a really difficult thing. I understand that. But you're only going to get better through practicing. You can't wake up one day as a level 1 adventurer and go out and slay this level 70 dragon. You can't do it. You can think about it as much as you want and be like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna kill that dragon, it's gonna be great, I'm gonna save the world. But if you don't actually go out there and level yourself up by practice, by doing things, by getting out of your house and your starting newbie zone, you're not going to be able to do that. So through constantly just trying to express yourself, trying to give some more tangibility to your ideas, you're going to be able to stand up for yourself and other people who are the underdogs or being stepped on. You're going to be able to communicate their desires probably in a better way than they can, because you've been there. You can put yourself in their shoes, right? And so being okay with that kind of conflict is another massive step needed in order to have an impact on the world, from my opinion. All right? So I hope that helped. I know it's kind of a little bit all over the place, but really what you got to do is get out of your comfort zone, be okay with conflict. That's it. So go do that. All right. If you have any questions, comments, let me know down below. If there's anything you want to see in a video, please let me know. It doesn't have to be about INFP. It'll be about whatever possibly that you suggest. I don't know what you're going to say, but let me know down below. All right. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you very much, patrons. Y'all are awesome. Peace.